Hi everyone, happy Sunday. I'm so excited just to share this with you guys. I have been kind of like holding this in. Like, I know I've been saying like miracles are happening, something big happened, and I've been sharing like bits and pieces, but I just wanted to share like kind of everything and what all happened, all that good stuff. So let me start with the title first. So the title is Don't Treat People the way they treat you. If you have ever had some sort of success in your life, if you have grown in such a way, you're going to find that people start treating you very differently. Good morning, everyone. Please say hi. Hey, Shantae. Definitely feel free to comment below, like kind of as we go, share this video, because I think this is going to bless people to see, like, hi, sweetie. Hi, Amanda. I think it's going to help people to understand, like, why you have to treat people in a better way. So I have been like going through a lot in my like journey of success, and I know I shared this on a post, but I have lost so many friends and even like people, you know, that are family, like I have, and I'm very transparent about it, because I want people to understand that everybody you start with, you do not finish with. And not saying that you guys won't come back together or, you know, learn from it, grow from it. I'm not saying that, but don't be surprised when people start treating you differently. So I had a family member that I was very close to, loved them dearly, but like I don't even speak to them. I don't. And it's not that I don't speak because I'm like stuck up. Like if I saw them on the street, of course, like I would speak to them, but I used to talk to them every day. I used to try to confide in them, help them, but they basically, like, once I told them how I felt like they were treating me differently, they couldn't tell. Wait, it's not showing. Tell me what you mean. That is not showing. Whoops, I didn't mean to interrupt, Dana. But then on top of like having that family member, it was just kind of like hard for me because I was devastated because I felt like that person was one of my best friends, and I could not believe all these years we had stuck together. But then I realized, like, Jasmine, you are experiencing radical growth, radical changes in your life that people are not able to always handle. And even most recently, like, I had to like let someone go, and that was hard for me because I loved them, I trusted them, I thought they were the like greatest people, I held them to a higher standard. But my problem was, and I can admit to this, is that I love hard. I love hard, and I care so much about people, and I think the best of them. But what I found out is from both of those situations, those people were kind of not good for me. And because they weren't good for me, as I'm climbing through success, they weren't going to meet the standard that God has put in place for me and what I'm doing. Exactly. Release them and move forward. And because of that, guys, there's a practice that I have been doing that has helped me greatly. And I did this on Friday, and you wouldn't believe, even the people that I probably quote unquote shouldn't forgive. Like, I just realized, oh my gosh, like how much of a blessing it is to bless others who hurt you. If I treated them the way they treated me, it would be World War III. And I really believe that, because the crazy thing is that sometimes people, I guess, feel like you shouldn't treat them a certain way because you're a woman of integrity or you have a big name or something like that. And they expect you to act like higher, but they can act like the devil. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they think that you ain't supposed to clap back at them. And you know what? You're not. Why? Because you already know you're above them. And you don't mean it in a nasty way. You don't mean it as like you're too good, but you're above them. So you don't treat them the way they treat you. You go above and you bless them. The best thing that Michelle Obama could have ever taught me, she taught me so much, whether she knows it or not. And I promise you I'm going to meet her and Barack. Like, we're going to have dinner together. But one thing she taught me in her quote, when they go low, we go high. And that is something that has stuck with me, because I noticed that as people take jabs, even if I ask for forgiveness, even if I try to compensate, even if I try to help or give, you cannot please everyone. And so you have to take the high road and choose to be a person that is better, or choose to be a person that's not offended. Do you know, guys, sometimes I get like kind of nasty messages, or, you know, things on Facebook. Maybe people are rude to me. I mean, it's crazy, but I do not respond. I block and move on. One person was in one of my Facebook groups, and she was just like trying so hard to like make, yep, you cannot please everyone. You live for an audience of one, and I will never forget that as long as I live. I think that was Heather Lindsay that said that, that, you know, you're not going to be able to please people no matter what you do. Like that person that came into my Facebook group and that was just rude. Like I asked her, like, could you please take this down? Like, I don't go in your Facebook group disrespecting you. And I was in that person's Facebook group, but they were so disrespectful to me. And you know what? I just delete, block. And you know what, guys? If that's what you have to do sometimes, do not apologize for it. It is okay that you have to do that. But something that I've been doing is just practicing forgiveness on a daily basis. Now I understand it's crazy. It took me 20-something years to get this. But the Lord's Prayer, to forgive our debtors as we forgive our... Y'all know I have this mixed up. Why? Because I learned King James Version, NLT, and Amplified. But basically, as God like forgives us, like we have to forgive other people. And I didn't realize that. And it wasn't that, and that's why they call it daily bread. It's not that I never forgave people. It's just I didn't understand the significance of it. I didn't understand that in order for me to prosper that I had to forgive. I didn't know that. I didn't correlate the two. I just thought, oh, if I forgive others, then God forgives me. No, there are some things that are locked up in heaven that will not be released until you forgive that person that's the hardest to forgive. That's where your blessing is in you forgiving people that hurt you, that talk about you. Guys, people talk about me all the time, and I promise you, I don't even know them. And they're talking about me. But what I've learned is that I have to practice this every single day. And as I have practiced it, it's released so many things in my life. And even something most recent, I received a $3,500 blessing into my bank account. And I've been kind of hush-hush about it because I didn't want to share it. I didn't want people to think I was bragging, but I'm not bragging because I didn't do it. I didn't have anything to do with it, but I know where it comes from. Of course, it comes from God, but it also comes from me forgiving because I, in my previous job, like, I'm being honest, and I don't really care because I like to be honest about things, and I don't like to paint these pictures that my life is perfect because it's not. My lunch break was taken away. I was paying membership dues for a union that was not protecting me. I had high state test scores, and there were other people who cheated, and they got the raises. I didn't. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was a little bit bitter. I was a little bit mad because I'm like, really? Like, I give my heart and soul, and I'm not qualified. I'm not going to get this. But guess what? I got a huge blessing. Huge blessing. And, you know, I was going to fight for it. I was going to, like, do all these things. But sometimes you don't have to fight anything. You don't have to lift a finger. When you live in your royal state of mind, knowing that you are God's, you don't have to pick. You don't have to fight. And that is what really, really blessed me. It wasn't the money. It was more along the lines of, God, you heard me. God, you saw what I did. You saw that I didn't go off on all those people. God sees that. He sees when you are going and doing the forgiveness work to people who may not even quote unquote deserve to be forgiven. When you look back at things that people, you know, have done to you in the past. I work with some people that have been molested, people that have been raped, people that, go through extreme tragedies, divorces, all these different things. God, I'm being very transparent. And that's the number one thing I tell those people is to forgive. Forgive. You have to. If you treat people the way that they treat you, you will never find a blessing in your life. You won't. It just cannot happen. It won't happen. You have to release. There are so many things. Yes, fight and using prayer. Use your words. Absolutely. And use your words to bless those people. Like people that were so close to me, I couldn't believe that they would do the things they would do. And you know what I learned? Okay, let me pray for them, Lord. And genuinely mean it. Lord, I pray that they would prosper. I pray that they would find you. Not, oh Lord, I pray that you would get them back and that you would do all. No. Don't pray from that type of heart. If you feel that way, you need to release it and then come back to it. And I'm telling you, the more you bless, the more you release, the more you let go, it's going to help you so much. And I know I mentioned this, different types of prayers, and my coach actually, like, she reminded me of it a couple days ago, I think. But basically, it's like a Hawaiian prayer, and you go through and you say you're sorry for whatever you've done. You forgive. You tell them thank you for the lessons and that you love them. And I had to also go through this with my own personal life, someone that I love dearly. Oh wow, I'm glad it's confirmation. Absolutely. Someone that like I love, and this is very like personal for me, and that's something that I went through, and I said I was sorry. And sometimes, guys, even when you're trying to forgive others, you find yourself mad at yourself because you might feel like, well, I was dumb. You know, I made this sacrifice for them. I did all these things. How could I not have this discernment? How did I not know all these things? And I know you battle with yourself back and forth. You have to learn how to forgive you too. And one thing that I realized in somebody that I needed to forgive was that I didn't step into my power. I didn't step into my power and make decisions for myself as a person, as a woman. I just catered to their needs, and that was it. And I sacrificed because I'm being transparent. You know, you grow up in the South, and I know all of you guys are not from the South, so you may not know, but it's like that's the number one thing. Oh, you have to sacrifice everything for your man. You have to sacrifice everything for your children, and you're supposed to just be okay. Well, what I learned is that was not true for me. I don't have to sacrifice everything, and I learned that I was mad at myself because of it, which was why I could not forgive that person, because I was really mad at me. And that released me so much, because now I see, okay, Jasmine, like, you have to make choices for yourself. You have to be powerful. And even all the other people that I've had to learn to forgive, sometimes the number one person that you have to look at is yourself. Because you allow certain situations to happen whether you're willing to agree with it or not. And if you don't take responsibility for that, then you're going to miss out. And, of course, don't get me wrong. Some people are just like, they just treat you wrong. But sometimes you allow that to happen for so long and you think it's okay. You think it's a norm. But you are responsible for that. You're responsible for forgiving yourself and for forgiving them. And I'm telling you, it's going to lead to increase. I could have never imagined receiving a $3,500 blessing. I didn't do anything for it. I'm being honest. You know, yes, I forgave. Yes, all of, you know, those things count. But how much more blessings is God going to bring? Those people that I had to let go of, guys, I could not tell you how many great friends I have now. I can't even tell you the people that love on me, that call me, that check on me, that are there for me, that make sure that I have the things that I need. And even like in people I've had to release, God always fills the space. So I needed, like, for example, someone to help me with a preschool curriculum. Well, one of my clients, and she's also my sorority sister, now she's doing the curriculum, and she is more than qualified. She's even more qualified than me. I'll be quite frank and honest. And she's awesome at what she does, and this is what she wants to do with her life. So that worked out perfectly. Even like friends, like I said, now I have more friends that are even better that push me. All my friends that I have around me, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, they are like 10 times further ahead than I am. Being honest. Very few people are like behind where I am. Like, you know, those are people maybe I mentor and I try to help and pour into. But I mean, they are above me, and I'm so thankful for that because I'm learning from them and growing. And I try to, you know, show them things and educate them in different areas that they may not know. But it has been a blessing. So if I can encourage you guys, treat people to the highest esteem, even when they're nasty to you, they have bad attitudes, like I have to do, I laugh it off. I laugh it off because I realize that this is only like a test. This is just seeing, you know, where's your character? Who are you? Are you going to, you know, clap back at every single person? Especially if you are a successful person. If you clap back at every single person that does something to you, you cannot be successful. You have to stay focused. You have to bless people. You even have to speak to people and smile at them, even though you know every single thing that they did wrong to you. Okay, you have to, because you're going to miss out on so much. I hope, guys, that this was helpful for you all. Please feel free to share it, because so many people are blocking their own blessings because they won't forgive themselves. They won't forgive other people. And then they're just walking around with grudges like on their hearts, and they're miserable. Absolutely miserable. And you don't need to live one day of your life miserable. That is not what God wants you to do. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have an awesome Sunday.